That's the sound of a big deal. At Wayfair, that sound happens a lot. Dream sofa for half the price? Big deal. New dining table you've been eyeing for months? Big deal. Finally picking up those last few pieces and finishing that bedroom? Now that's a really big deal. Whatever your home needs, Wayfair has the selection, the savings, and over millions of 5-star reviews to back it up. Shop wayfair.com today before someone else snags your big deal.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
What one strategy do thousands of entrepreneurs use to grow their business? Stay tuned to find out.
Welcome.
Okay, here's the question.
Serious?
How are we dark horses? You know, the ones everyone is betting against, the ones they don't expect to win, place, or even show on the track, and they'll even laugh on us when we talk about trying. How do we show the world our greatness and triumph?
Come on.
Well, that's the question, and this podcast will give you the answers.
Let's go.
This is The Dark Horse Entrepreneur. My name is Tracy Brinkman.
And push it up.
Hello, my Dark Horse friends and family. Welcome back to your daily dose of Change My Life in 15 minutes or less learning. I'm your Dark Horse host, Tracy Brinkman, and you, well, that's infinitely more important. You are a driven entrepreneur or bound to be one, and you're here because you're ready to start, restart, kickstart, or just start leveling up with some great marketing, personal, or business tips and results so that you can build that beautiful business of yours into the empire it absolutely deserves to be. And that's why I'm here hitting you with another daily success episode on the Dark Horse Entrepreneur as we dive deep into success with some actionable advice, tips, and steps designed to help you up your game. Because as we already know, there are no shortcuts to success, right? Yep, except for taking those daily steps towards your goals every single day. All right, so like the question I asked at the beginning, what one strategy are thousands upon thousands of entrepreneurs using to grow their business? Well, I think first and foremost, most people are going to come up with the answer of referrals, right? And that would be a great answer. And if you remember back in episode 21, I shared about the customer journey. And towards the end, the referral is a powerful growth mechanism for your business. But the one, I don't want to call it a flaw. I think the one real opportunity that comes from a referral, the one limitation that comes from a referral is that it's a one-on-one conversation. I mean, you spend all your time and your resources, and actually really you're not spending it, you're investing your time and your resources to get some amazing results for your client. And if you're lucky, they'll go out there and they'll share those results with a friend or a colleague. So they're giving you that one-on-one connection, that one-on-one referral. Or maybe they give you a name and you're like, hey, could you call Mr. Jane or Mr. Jane or Miss Joe and tell them I'm going to be reaching out to them with this referral. And again, the flaw, as I was mentioning, or I'll say it's the restrictor, right? Like in automotive, the restrictor is that it's a one-on-one. You've got to go out there one at a time, and they've got to give it to you one on a time. So the question becomes, how can we take the power of that one-on-one referral and flip it on its ear so that we can make it one to many and one to thousands, one to millions, so we can take that referral and market it to the masses. And this, my friends, is where we get social proof. And this is a powerful tool that we all need to be engaging in. See, it's going to enable you to attract your prospects into your customer journey on a daily basis because you capture it once and you share it with hundreds, even thousands. I mean, really, if you think about it, it's millions of people out there in the digital space. Now, when it comes to social proof, there is a number of types out there, right? You could become the expert in your niche. You could be touted as the expert in your industry. You could get endorsements from a high caliber person who is the expert or is the celebrity in an industry. You could get an endorsement from a celebrity, right? And of course, there are the far more frequent testimonials and reviews. So now, having said that, I think the question I need to ask you here is, are you, as an entrepreneur, capturing those testimonials, those reviews, those success stories, those endorsements so that you can use them in your marketing? Are you? You're going to, though, right? Okay. And I'm pushing this almost so excitedly because here's the thing, and you may not know this. Then again, you might because you're a well-informed entrepreneur, right? Because you're listening to podcasts like this. This is how you learn, right? But all kidding aside, 88% of people believe a review is just as good as a personal recommendation coming from a family member, trusted loved one, or a favored colleague. Think about that for a second. I can remember back, now, mind you, I've been on this big blue spinning globe for just a little over half a century now. And back in my younger days, if I wanted to find a good mechanic, a plumber, an electrician, some service-oriented trade person, I would go to someone I trusted. I'd go to my best friend, go to my brother, a trusted colleague, and say, hey, I'm looking for X. And they'd be like, oh yeah, Miss Jane or Mr. John, right? I went to them and they did a great service. Here's their information. And then I would go contact them. Now, nowadays, we're trusting the word of people. We have no idea who they are. We don't even know if they're real, right? But 88% of the time, we're trusting the review that we're seeing on Amazon or Google or Yelp or any of those other review sites out there as gospel. And that's just the nature of the world today. I mean, think about it. The last time you were looking for a product or a service, you're like, I wonder if I should buy it from, abz.com or Amazon. And even if you decided to buy it from Amazon, you have a range of choices inside that world, right? I want to buy this widget. Oh, look, there are 15 different types of widgets. Oh, look, these 3 are in the same price range. Well, let me look at the features. These 2, the features are very much the same. What do? Well, you start looking at the reviews. Well, this one's got 1,000 reviews and this one's got 500 reviews. This one's got 1,000 reviews and it's 4.5 or 4.9. This one's got 500 reviews. It's, all things equal, you're probably going to lean towards the one that's either got the higher review rating and or the higher review count with a high rating, right? I mean, that's just how we've been trained. It's just how things are going. That's that social proof that's like there. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the power of social proof. Now, here's the next thing I think you have to remember and be aware of is that as those people see that social proof, so maybe they go to that website that says you're awesome, and you are awesome, and don't think they're like, hey, I'm going to put that social proof out there and they're going to come buy from me. Now, here's what's going to happen. 70% of the people are going to go and they're going to check out your website. Then they're going to go cruise your socials, right? They're going to check out your Instagram. They're going to check out your Facebook. They're going to check out your Pinterest and any of the other socials that you may have out there, right? They're going to do a little research about you online. And it's not so much that they want to see what you're saying about yourself. They want to see what others are saying about you as well, right? They're going to check out the responses in the comments, right? That's social proof. They're going to check out the comments on your pages. That's social proof. And of course, they're going to check out the reviews and ratings of you on third-party sites. Rock solid social proof. Oh, and of course, if you have a podcast, they might check out your ratings and reviews on your podcast as well, which is why you keep hearing me say, please go drop us a 5-star rating, leave us a review, write some comments. And really, I'm always wanting you to be very honest. If there's something I'm not delivering here, let me know so I can start delivering it and give you a better experience. It's all about, again, getting that social proof. And all this social proof kind of leads up to that first step in the know, like, and trust experience, right? Where people aren't going to buy from you if they don't know, like, and trust you. And so this is one of the steps, is that trust factor so that prospect can begin to step into that trust of you via everyone saying, hey, this guy is awesome. Because you know what? At the end of the day, if they do not trust you, that's it. That's the end of the customer journey. They're going to stop right there and they're going to move on to someone that they see has some social proof that they can trust. Okay. I get it, Tracy. All right, social proof. I need to get some of this out there. So how do I start getting this? Well, here's the thing. You're going to need to start early in the relationship with your prospects, clients, and customers. And if you have prospects and clients and customers in your pipeline now, start now. And the real key here for me, I think, is the earlier you start, the more they understand what's expected. It's kind of a two-way street. You're like saying, all right, John, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to give you these amazing results in A, B, C. And, I shared with you in yesterday's episode about how to set the baseline for those and how to measure that, right? What you want to do to set metrics. Now, I'm going to deliver all these amazing results, right? And of course, you're going to pay me. Anyway, but that goes without being said, right? I'm going to give you all these amazing results. And after I deliver these results, it would be awesome. And I would definitely be appreciative if you could just, write me a review, or maybe do a testimonial video. That would be amazing to share what the experience was like for you, right? So you start this early on, and then they get excited about, well, man, he's going to give me all these amazing reviews. It'd be a piece of cake to share a quick little video with that, right? But the key is going to be setting that expectation earlier and letting them know that it's, I almost want to call it a quid pro quo kind of scenario. It's like, look, I'm going to deliver all this amazing results for you. All I'm asking for is a testimonial, right? And of course, you're going to go through the customer journey piece of it, and you'll drop this in their ear a couple of times, and they'll by the time it gets to that, and you deliver those amazing results, and you're going to deliver the amazing results because you're the kind of person that does that because you're here listening to this show. That makes you the kind of person that does that, right? But here, let me step back and give you a quick example. I was chatting with my buddy Sid last week, and he had made mention. He said, "Hey, Tracy, you should write an article about your podcast experience and the things you've learned as a result of doing the podcast, and get it published on this amazing website." And I went and checked out the website. The website gets like 189,000 hits a month. That's a lot of traffic. And I thought, I was a little resistant. I'm like, I got to spend the time to write the article, then I got to submit it and wait and follow up and do all these things, and it probably won't get, accepted, blah, blah, blah. He said, no, it's really easy. Here's the process. Bing, bang, boom. It was a really simple, almost, 3 or 4 step process. And I'm like, okay, I'll give it a shot. Right. And so I sat down, I probably spent, it wasn't even an hour writing the article. And then I put it together and then reread it the next day and, kind of gut checked it. I sent it to Sid just kind of get his input on it. He's like, yeah, thumbs up right away. And then I submitted it. And then the next night, I think we had this discussion on a Wednesday, wrote it on a Thursday, shot it over to him on Friday, right? Left it alone for the weekend. On Monday, he says, "Hey, it looks awesome. Submit it." And Monday afternoon, I clicked the send button, sending the email submission to the website. Tuesday, or it was Monday evening, I got it accepted, and they're saying, "Hey, this article is going to be published in the next 6 days." So by the time you hear this, this is being dropping in your ear on Friday. Probably be a couple of days away. You'll probably be seeing it Monday or Tuesday following this episode. So in under a week, I went through the entire process, and it could have been shorter because, like I said, I did the Saturday, Sunday, did no action on that. In under a week, I got my article written, submitted, and improved, and it's going to be up online at Addicted to Success. Right. And so Sid, after that, hey, I was super stoked, right? This is going to be huge. It could be this. And here's another thing that pushed me is Sid shared, and he actually showed me his article that he had submitted and gotten published on this same website. And he had like 60,000 views on that. And of course, there's a direct link to his website. So now he's getting free traffic and free leads as a result of that. I'm like, well, that's amazing, right? So that's what drove me to it. So at the end of this, Sid just shot me a quick little Facebook message. "Hey, would you mind just doing a quick little testimonial video about your experience?" And I'm like, heck yeah. I was actually super excited to take 2 minutes out of my day to share the amazing results I got from his quick little suggestion. I'm like, why not, right? So this is the power that comes inside that, because speaking from being on the receiving side, I was super excited to be able to give back because of the result that Sid was able to get me. And it wasn't even this earth-shaking, hey, I got you $100,000 in a year result. It was a simple, easy, and I was super excited about it. So take that same kind of energy that your client, your customer, or even maybe they're still a prospect. I always tell you, go out there, put your best stuff out there, share with them from the get-go. You can get testimonials from prospects when they get results that early on. All right. All right, so there you go. Another amazing week wrapping up here at the Dark Horse Entrepreneur, right? And I know you want to keep getting these daily success tips, so be sure to go on down there, hit that subscribe button, leave us a 5-star rating, right? That's social proof we were talking about, and leave me a review. And again, always be honest. If you don't think I'm worth a 5-star review, all right, 4 if you want to, but I think you think I'm worth 5. Drop a few words of kindness in there, and let me know what I'm doing well, what you think I could do better, because I would definitely want to make this a good experience for you. And then come on over and join us in the Facebook group. Go to facebook.com, put Dark Horse Tribe in that search bar up there. We should be right there at the top. Click that right there at the top and come join us. If for some reason that's not working, go to your favorite web browser, drop in darkhorseschooling.com/Dark Horse Tribe, press enter. That'll take you right there. Look forward to seeing you inside the Facebook group where we can hang out and chit chat back and forth. And I share more goodness in there, and I'm always happy to answer questions. All right. You get out there, you run your race, you get your results, and let me hear about them over in the Facebook group. Have a great weekend. Until next time, think successfully and take action.
Thank you for listening to the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast.
You know this!
Thanks for tuning in.
Check us out at www.darkhorseschooling.com.
All right.
My name is Tracy Brinkman.